Fire in the Smokinator hole! Let's cook some buffalo balls. Hey, it's not what you think. Stay tuned. So this recipe's been floating around the internet for a while. What I got here is some, they call it ground buffalo. I call it bison. Same thing to me. Buffalo, bison, it's all the same thing. It's 90-10 lean fat ratio, raised without antibiotics or growth hormones, never fed animal byproducts. So it's really healthy for you, this ground buffalo bison meat. Got 2 packages of that. Get it in my bowl here. If I can get it out of the package. Okay, there's one. Alright, let me get the other one out. Get that ground buffalo out of there. Buffalo, bison, it's all the same thing. I call it bison, you call it buffalo. Let's call the whole thing off. Anyway, get out of the package there, boy. Okay, now, what we're going to do is mash that up a little bit. Mash up our buffalo bison meat. And to that we're going to add some diced green bell pepper. Mix that all up. And then we're going to add some onion and garlic. So that diced red onion that I got there. And some garlic. And you know what, I forgot to bring out the Tango Joe's Midnight Espresso. So let me go get that because I forgot it. And I'll be right back. So stay tuned. Okay, I'm back. I got some Tango Joe's Midnight Espresso. It's my favorite seasoning for beef, and it works for buffalo. And we're just going to season that up with some of that. That's good stuff right there. Get that all in there and mix that all together with all those onions and garlic and peppers, all that stuff that's in there. Get that all incorporated up, and let's make these buffalo balls. And you might have seen this on Facebook or Pinterest or Reddit, where some of these guys have been making these. Nobody made it with buffalo as far as I know, or bison. They all use ground beef. Now what you do is you take some onions like this and you cut them up kind of like that, and you take some of the meat and put it in the onion like that. Then you put the other half of the onion on top of that, and you've got a ball of meat packed in your onion. Then you take some bacon and you wrap some bacon around it like that. Maybe secure it with a toothpick. And then we put another piece of bacon the other way. Like so. Probably use the same toothpick. Okay, get that on there. Hope you can see all this. Here you go. Okay. So, 2 pieces of bacon. And maybe, I don't know. Probably put another piece on there. What do you think? It's kind of a spot open there, so I'm going to put another piece of bacon on top of that. Put it right on top of my toothpick. Then I'm going to get another toothpick and stick it in there just to secure that. And it's hard to pick up toothpicks with rubber gloves on. Okay, there you go. So I've got like a baseball-sized ball of meat. And I'm going to get that on the smoker. I got to make some more of them. Get them on the smoker and let them smoke for about 2 hours. I got some pecan wood in the Smokinator. And we're going to smoke them up for about 2 hours. And we're going to slather them with some you-know-you-wanted barbecue sauce. And then we'll come back and drink a beer. So stay tuned, okay? Okay, so in the end I got 4 balls out of that. I got to see if I can round up some more bacon because I got enough to make one more. But there's my bison balls on the grill, on the Smokinator. And we're going to smoke them for about 2 hours until that bacon gets crispy. And after about an hour we're going to come back and paint them with some barbecue sauce. And then we'll have a beer. So stay tuned. Okay, my bison balls are rocking right along. And I'm going to glaze them now with some Manuel Rios You Know You Want It spicy barbecue sauce. Got to cook for about another hour, I think, on the Smokinator. But we're going to glaze them up with some of that You Know You Want It spicy. starting now, from the next hour or so, we're gonna glaze these puppies up. Look how pretty that is. Don't that pretty? Look at that stuff. That's good stuff. I'll put a link in the description so you can order yourself some. And I'll also put a link for Tango Joe so you can get some Tango Spice for yourself if you want it. You gotta buy it, so I have to buy it, so do you. So let's get some of that glazed up on those, oh yeah, bison balls, baby. Look at that. Don't that look good? That looks good enough to eat. Yeah, we're going to come back and keep glazing that until they're done. They're starting to look like something now. And we'll come back and we'll drink a beer. So stay tuned. Alright, it's time for a little thing I like to call the drinking of the beer. And here's today's very special beer. The Kimmy, the Yink, and the Holy Ghost Ale. This is something I've never had before. Anderson Valley Gose. And a Gose is a style of beer that I've never had. And Anderson Valley's making this solar powered brewery. And it says something in the cap, but I can't read it because I don't have my glasses on. Anyway, a Gose is a style of beer that's unlike anything you've had before. It's like unlike anything I've had before. And it's pouring out a beautiful yellow color. Very little head on that roll. Very little head, not much head to quaff. Look at that, hardly any. It almost dissipated to nothing. And Gose, the style of Gose, comes from a place in Germany. And it's what they call top fermented, which means that even when they deliver the barrels of beer, they're still fermenting. And that's why there's not much head. So let's give it a sniff. Wow, that's got an interesting aroma. It's almost kind of a salty smell. And I think it's also got some kind of spices in it, like coriander maybe? Let me take another sniff. Oh man, it's weird. It's kind of a salty smell. Let's quaff it, Roll. What do you think? Let's take a taste. Oh man, that is totally weird. It's almost like salty tasting. I can't explain it. That's a Gose. It's kind of sour and salty. It's kind of good though. It's kind of refreshing. Yeah, I've been looking forward to that. Anderson Valley, the Kimmy, the Yink, and the Holy Gose. Okay, let's get one of those bison balls off there, cut it open, and take a taste. Stay tuned. Okay, my barbecue bison balls are done. I'm going to slice into one of them, take a taste of it right here. Oh boy, look at that. What do you think about that? Look at that stuff right there. Can you see that? It's kind of like a bison meatloaf inside of a bacon wrapped wonderfulness. I'm going to take a taste of that. How's that look to you? That is delicious. I gotta tell you, I'm really liking it. Anyway, that's my video. Bacon could have been a little bit more done, but it's okay. And like I always say, babies, you like this crap? Please subscribe. If you don't, I want you to go see a guy. His name is Jeremy. He's a friend of mine on Facebook, but he's not a subscriber of mine. And his channel is Big Jer something. Anyway, I'll put a link to Big Jer, Big Polar Jer, something like that. Big Polar Jer Barbecue, I think it is. Anyway, go see Jeremy. He's cooking up something good. And come back next week. I might not cook anything good, but I will have some interesting beer. And I gotta tell you, this Gose, if you like sour beer, this is for you. Me, I'm more partial to IPAs, but this is very different tasting beer. Anyway, that's my video, babies. We'll see y'all next week. Bye.